Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how you can edit this portrait step by step. So first thing first, what you're gonna need to do here is clean this portrait. So we're just gonna go here to background, drag and drop here to the plus icon and rename this clean. After we have done this, we are gonna start cleaning with spot healing brush and patch tool. So I'm just gonna start using spot healing brush. I'm just gonna zoom in here and start cleaning everything on this portrait that I want to clean. This is a very important step when you start retouching, because first thing that you have to do on a portrait is clean, so you will have better results by the ending. And when we are done cleaning, we are going to work with frequency separation and dodge and burn. So the first process, that is cleaning, is gonna help us do a great job. You have to be careful on some parts when you do cleaning with spot healing brush, because as you can see we are losing some details here. So I'm just gonna use patch tool. So this is like a copy paste tool when we don't want to lose the texture in some places, like here for example. I'm just gonna use patch tool again, and as you can see I'm copy pasting some texture. So this portrait will gonna be really amazing by the end. As you can see, I'm using again patch tool, and I created shortcuts for spot healing brush and patch tool with J, K and L. So I will use my keyboard for faster work. If you want to do that, you can go here to edit, you can go to toolbar, and you can see your tools, and you're just gonna click here and put the keyword that you want to use the tool with. As you can see, for spot healing brush I put J, for healing brush I put K, and for patch tool I put L. So I will work faster because J, K and L are near of each other. So I will switch really fast between them, and my work is gonna be fast every time. As you can see, I'm using spot healing brush, and now I switch to patch tool, like in a fast way. Oops, sorry. And I think that I'm gonna leave the bigger marks. I will clean them with frequency separation, because that's what we do in frequency separation. In frequency separation we work in the parts that we can't work with healing brush, because it will leave some bad marks. Let me show you. Like, as you can see, it's destroyed. So I'm gonna work with frequency separation on that part, and we'll clean it in a better way. And don't forget, when you do clean, it's important to clean the hair too. I mean, like, it's not necessary, but if you want to get really nice results, you have to clean the hair too. And for this part, as you can see, I think that I'm gonna use a selection. For the selection, I'm just gonna click on pen tool, and start creating a selection. For the moment I'm using Vacuum Intuos Pro, and this is why I can do the lines in a faster way, and I highly recommend this to you guys if you're into retouching like professionally or this is your job. I suggest you to buy a Vacuum Intuos Pro. For feather radius I'm gonna choose between 2 and 3, and when I do that I'm just gonna use the mixer brush. As you can see, mixer brush is for mixing tones between them, so I'm just gonna make wet and flow 100, click OK, and I'm just gonna clean this mess. I use this method because I think it's faster for cleaning the hair. For example, on the lines, as you can see, I spend less time. Let's just check before and after. Yeah, I think it's good. So I'm just gonna clean this black dot here. I think that I'm gonna leave this part for the frequency separation. So I'm just gonna clean the messy hair. And for this part, I think that I'm gonna clean with clone stamp tool. Clone stamp tool is here. I'm just gonna click Alt to copy from this place and pass it there. And for this part, be careful when you use clone stamp tool, because as you can see, you have to copy and paste. For example, if you copy here and you paste it here, you will create something really bad. So be careful with that part. You always have to copy here and paste it here with a similar texture or color, because you don't want to destroy the image. And let's just check before and after. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice. After we have done cleaning, I'm just gonna merge clean and background. So I'm just gonna hold Control key and click on background, right click and merge layers. After I merge layers, I'm gonna click frequency separation plus, as you can see. And for the radius, you can go from 0 peak 1 and zoom in into the harsh texture until it disappears. Let's just zoom out a little bit, and I think 10 will be good, something like 11, 12. Yeah, 12 I think is good. Click OK. After you have done that, we're gonna open a group, click on the low frequency copy, and we're gonna use mixer brush. For the wet, I'm gonna go by 10 or 20. I'm just gonna go 12. And for the flow, you can go by 20 to 30. And I think that I'm gonna go with 30. Zoom in a little bit, mixer brush, and start mixing the skin tones. You have to be careful on this part, because you don't wanna create some bad mixing tones, because when you do that, your image is gonna look like terrible. So be careful with the lines when you work. For example, on the forehead you can go like this. For the nose you can go like this. You can always think of the lines of the face. For example, on this part we're gonna go this way, and for these black pimples I'm just gonna leave them, because I don't wanna create this portrait to look like fake. I just wanna leave something original. For this part, in the mixing skin tones, you have to be very careful, so we don't want to destroy the real skin tones of the face, because when we do that, as I said, the portrait is gonna look like horrible. And you didn't come here on my tutorial to check or to learn something bad. For example, like people who do retouching and make their portraits really blurry. That is a very bad technique, so be careful what you watch out there on YouTube. Always choose the right tutorials. I mean, like, not that you will know exactly when a tutorial is gonna be good or bad, but if an image looks good from the preview, you can click it, but you can always check the final results, as I put them on the first seconds of the video, as you saw them on the first seconds. So be careful what you watch out there. And I think we have done an amazing job here with frequency separation. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice. I'm just gonna work a little bit more here on this part, because I don't wanna have those highlights here because they're not looking that good. So I'm just gonna clean them. As you can see, for the pimples, I said, as you can see on the low frequency, they started to disappear. And after we have done with low frequency, we are gonna clean them in the high frequency, which means that low frequency are the colors and high frequency is the texture. So don't forget that. Lately I have dropped a new retouching actions, which includes all my retouching actions, which is full pack, and my color grading actions. Some of them are for white skin tones and some of them are for black skin tones. You can check them on my bio, and you can buy them on my Gumroad website. By buying my actions, you guys really helping me to create more tutorials about retouching. You can also get the raw files on my Telegram. I put the link on description bio, sorry, and you can join my Telegram and get some raw files I put there. So don't forget to check all the links I put on below this video tutorial, because they are useful links. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you didn't subscribe already. Also, please leave a comment, because when you comment on my videos, the algorithm of YouTube is gonna change, so I'm gonna make more money. It's not that I make that much money from YouTube for the moment because of the algorithm, because people watch my video tutorials but they don't give likes, comments, subscribe, etc. So please consider to comment on my videos and don't forget to subscribe. Also let me know about my English. Is it understandable or not? Because I'm from Europe and English is my secondary language, so don't forget to comment there about my English, how I speak, how I communicate with you guys. And back to retouching. enough with advertisement. As you can see, we are working on the texture with clone stamp tool. I'm just copy pasting the texture with Alt, and be careful on these lines. You have to clean them so the portrait is gonna look better on the end. Let's just check before and after. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice. One thing is, you're gonna clean this part. It's like shadows, so I'm just gonna use mixer brush again, but this time with wet, like 70, something like that. Oh, sorry. Don't forget that you have to uncheck the all sample layers, because when you click this, let me show you, you're gonna sample all the layers and you're gonna create something bad. So don't forget to uncheck that. And let's just clean this with the mixer brush, and I think it's looking really nice. Let's just check before and after. Yeah, it's looking really nice. Back to the high frequency, which is texture. So I'm just gonna clean some parts with that. Let's just check before and after again, and yeah, I think it's looking really nice. We are gonna duplicate this high frequency and go to edit, fill, and create 50% gray. As you can see, it's all blurry because it's gray and it has destroyed all the texture. So I'm just gonna create a mask here. Make sure that black is under. I'm just gonna hold Control and Escape key, delete, and we have created a black mask. I'm just gonna use a brush with a white brush, and I'm just gonna paint on the face, but be careful that you are gonna paint only on the skin, so don't do that on the parts like lips, eyes, eyebrows, nose, ear, etc, etc. Only on the skin of the face, because this is when you want to reduce the height texture on a portrait. If you don't want to reduce it, you can leave it like that. You don't have to do this process, but I think that on this portrait the texture is really harsh, so I'm just gonna smooth it a little bit by creating this. After you are done here, you can lower the opacity to 25, I guess, and I think it's okay. Let's just check. Yeah, 25 is good. After you have done that, you can add some grain. You can find it here, which is digital skin texture, and you have to paint again on the skin. But if you don't want to waste time, you can hold a Control key and click here, and after you have done that, make sure that white color is up, and with brush you can paint it on the selection. So we're just gonna paint here on the same selection as the high frequency that we did destroy the texture. For the moment this one is really high, so I'm just gonna lower the opacity to 22, something like that. Let's just check before and after, and yeah, I guess it's looking really nice. One thing I wanna add here is create another layer And after we have done that, you can copy color from this part, and be sure that you will copy the sample 5 by 5 because we wanna some more colors with brush. You can paint it over there, so I'm just gonna paint it here and remove some darker skin tones around the lips. Let's just check before and after, zoom out, and yeah, I think it's looking really nice. I'm gonna do that on this part too, so I'm just gonna paint it, and as you can see, we have clearly made some better shape of the lips, and yeah, I think it's looking really nice. Let's just check before and after, and yeah, it's looking really nice. What we're gonna do here is create another layer. Go from normal mode to soft light, and with eye you can copy this color that is black, and with a brush you can make these lines darker, because why not. Let's just zoom out, check before and after. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice, so don't forget to do that on both of the eyes. Oops, we did a bad line, so I'm just gonna paint again, zoom out. Let's just check before and after this whole process. Yeah, as you can see, we have destroyed some highlights here, but we're gonna recover them by using dodge and burn. And I think we are done here with frequency separation. We just added the dodge and burn. So another thing that we do when we use dodge and burn is black and white help layer. This helps us to dodge and burn the portrait. So I'm just gonna go to dodge, click B for brush, sorry, opacity by 10, and start dodging, or start recovering some highlights. The highlights that we have destroyed here with frequency separation, we are just gonna recover, add some highlights to the neck, to the hair, to the chest, why not. When you add the black and white help layer, it helps you seeing the midtones that we wanna dodge. It really helps you by seeing them, so don't forget to add the black and white help layer. Let's just check before and after of the dodge. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice. Let's just add some dodge here on the cheeks, just by clicking. And yeah, I think it's looking really nice. You can zoom in always if you want to work the details. I'm just gonna add some dodge to the eyes, and after we are done with dodge, you can go to burn, and we want to make those cheeks looking better. I'm just gonna add some burn. We're gonna burn, sorry, because I said we're gonna dodge. We're gonna burn the cheeks, so the portrait is gonna look more dynamic. So I'm just gonna zoom out. Let's just check before and after. And yeah, I think we have done something too much here, so I'm just gonna hold Alt keyboard and click here on the mask, so we are gonna see the mask that we are doing. I'm just gonna use mixer brush because I want to reshape this part. So you can do that with a brush tool because you can delete the highlights, but I'm using the mixer brush, so I will create better shapes. Hold Alt keyword and the mask. Let's just check before and after. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice. Let's just check before and after of this whole process. And yes, I think we are done with touch and burn. So just lower the opacity of it. Another thing we are doing here is work on the eyes. So I'm just gonna click on eye plus all in, which is for the eyes. Open the group, go to remove veins. This is the when we wanna clean the wings and clean the whites of the eyes. I'm just gonna paint it. And yeah, this one is too much, so I'm just gonna lower the opacity of that to 40, 50, something like that. Brightening is for the white of the eyes. So I'm just gonna do that on the both of them. Always lower the opacity because it will look fake. After you've done that, you can go here to eyeball lining. This is for the eyeballs, as you can see. Don't forget to do this process on the both of the eyes because you don't want to make them look different. This is iris contour, so I'm just gonna paint it over there. So I just create some contour on the eyes. It will make them pop, so they will look better. And I think for this part I'm just gonna make it 20, 80, something like that, maybe 100. Let's just check before and after. And this one iris color is for changing the color of the iris if you want to do that. For example, we are turning them into blue, so I don't think they look good. You can always change the colors here. You can double click and you can change the color of the eyes, but they look fake, so I'm just going to delete this. Let's just check before and after of the eyes. And yeah, I think they're looking good. Let's just check the entire process. And yeah, it's looking really nice. Another thing we do here is create some rosy lips and cheeks. Just click OK, go to the rosy lips, paint with a white brush on the lips. This layer is for making them more red. As you can see, we are adding some color to the lips. Just check before and after. And yeah, they're looking really nice. I'm just going to duplicate these rosy lips and make them in soft light blending mode and lower the opacity by 22. Create two layers, empty layers, make it multiply, and this one in soft light. You can copy the color here, which is red, and this is for the highlight. We are just gonna add some light into the lips, as you can see. If you think this is not working, lower the opacity of it, create another layer, turn this blending mode to screen, and paint it again. This will create some better results. I prefer the soft light that we did before. You can zoom out for checking the better results. Lower the opacity of this and go here, which is multiply or the burn for the lips, and start creating some shadows. Let's just check before and after. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice. Make them a group. Hold on, click shift and click here. Right click and group from layers. Rename this lips. Check before and after. And yeah, I think they're looking really nice, but always lower the opacity so the portrait won't look fake. Just zoom in. And yeah, they're looking really nice. This one is for rosy cheeks. If you want to make your cheeks something like red color, as you can see, you can do or not do that. This is not necessary, but if you want to do that, you can go for it. As you can see before and after, it's too much, and I think 10 by 15 is good. Yeah, it's looking really nice. And for the teeth, they're looking really nice, I guess, and we don't wanna work more. And we have something to work here. I'm just gonna go again to frequency separation, create another empty layer, and make a selection around the nose hole and something like that. Make a selection, something like 1. I think it's good. Yeah, it's looking good. And copy the color, which is black, and we want to paint it right here. So we're gonna clean the hair from the nose. This is not necessary. If you want to do that, you can do that, but if you want to leave them as they are, you can leave them. I just prefer to clean the hair from the nose because I think they look better. I just close this and check the entire process before and after. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice. One more thing is that we're gonna clean this part, because in the zoom out you can see that, so always work with zoom in and zoom out if you wanna see the details. For example, you can save this portrait and put it in your phone, and you will see the things that you have to work with more. I do that not very often, but for example, I show this portrait to my girlfriend or to some of my friends, for example, that they are photographers or retouchers, and I ask them if the portrait is looking good, because when you work like 1 hour, 2 hours on the portrait, you will start not seeing some mistakes that you have done or that you have to work with. So I show the pictures to my girlfriend and I ask her if I need more changes on the portrait. So I will tell the mistakes right away, because when I work for like 1 hour, 2 hours on the same portrait, I can not tell all the mistakes or the details that I have to deal with. So this is a tip and trick. Let's just zoom out, check before and after this entire process, and yes, I think it's looking really nice. And one more thing I want to add here is that I want to change the color of this part. So I'm just gonna copy the color from here, and with a brush just gonna start painting here. And yeah, I think it's looking okay. Let's just close the frequency, duplicate the background again, and hold Shift and make them a group from layers, rename the group Retouch, and you can see the before and after of this entire process. And as you can see, guys, we have done something wrong here, which is wiping the skin tones from the nose. So I'm just gonna open the lower frequency, which is this part that we have made this mistake. Use a black brush and start painting this part, so we don't want to ruin the skin tones around the nose. Let's just zoom out, check before and after, and yeah, I think it's looking really nice. I'm just going to duplicate this group, and after I do that, I merge the group and create just one layer, as you can see before and after. So after we are done with retouching, we have to color grade this portrait. For the color grade, you're gonna need a new window layer. So I'm just gonna hold Control, click here, and Control C for copy. Go to File, New, and we have the same pixels with this portrait. Oops, sorry. Again, Control C for copy. Go to File, New, and create another one. Control and V for paste. Don't forget to merge them. Hold again Control, click here, merge layers, make them one. So I'm just gonna go to the color grade white skin and check which color grade is better for this portrait. And I think this one not. You can mix 2 to 3 color grades. Oh, and this one is looking really nice. You just have to lower the opacity of some layers. As you can see, this one is. I'm just gonna delete this group, so I'm gonna check on the other color grades. This one is looking nice too. I'm just gonna find the right one. And as I said, you can have 2 to 3 color grades on the same picture. You just have to lower the opacity between them, and you can have the great results. I will check them one by one, so be patient, guys. And yeah, this one is looking really nice, which is one of them. So I'm just gonna click on B and drag and drop here. After I do that, I delete this group of the color grade. I just go to the another color grade, and I think that I have to find the second one, and I guess it's this one. Drag and drop it, bring it here, and go to this part. Let's just check them one by one, and for this part I'm just gonna lower the opacity of them. Yeah, let's just check. This one is okay, this one not, this one is okay. This one I'm gonna turn the upside down. This part is a black and white layer, so I'm just gonna bring it down to 10. Let's just check before and after of this color grade. And yeah, I guess looking good, but we have to reduce the opacity of this to 30, something like that. Let's just check the other color grade. Yeah, this one is really much. So I'm just gonna check them one by one till I find the correct color grade. and let's just make them together as a group. Rename this color grade. Maybe add some more details here on the color grade. For example, I go to hue and to color balance. I'm just gonna work on the midtones first, but first we're gonna go to the highlights, why not, and make them look more into red and yellow, why not. After I do that, I reduce the opacity of this to 50, something like that. So I go again to color balance, and now we work on the midtones. For the midtones, you can always play with your color grade desires. So I think this one is looking really nice. Just zoom out again. Yeah, I guess it's looking really nice. And I'm gonna add another selective color, which I go for black, and I slide it to the right, make it more, I make blacks more into dark. Go again to selective color, this go to the red, and play with the cyan magenta till you find the right color grade for your desire. So I think this one is looking good, but always turn down the opacity and go again to selective color. From red go to yellow. So you have to play with magenta too till you find the correct color grade, and I think this one is looking really nice. Another thing we're gonna add to the color grade is face contouring, so I'm just gonna click play here on this one, and as you can see, you have created some contours. I'm just gonna load the opacity of this one, and let's just check before and after the color grade. This is before of the entire process. This is only retouch, and this is retouch with color grade, and I think is looking really nice. Let's just make them a group. So oops, sorry, I think I made a mistake, and duplicate the group, merge the group, so you will have a single layer, and you can check before and after the faster way. Let's just zoom in before and after of this entire process. Let's just zoom out. And yeah, I think this is really nice. And if you want to get these results, don't forget guys that you have to buy my retouching actions, which includes the retouching action full pack, color grade white skin and color grade white skin. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below, drop some likes on the video, and don't forget to let me know in the comments about my English if it's understandable. If you have any question, don't forget to ask me on the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe me on Instagram. Be sure to check my links on the description, so you will find some raw files on my Telegram channel, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.